Book of Relentless Lock and Class was A Question of Freedom by Dwayne Betts. It's a nonfiction memoir based on the time that Dwayne Betts spent in jail and before he went to jail. About the author, Dwayne Betts, he was a young man, a great scholar, loved to play basketball, never really did anything wrong, but he just made one simple mistake that, pretty much messed up his life forever. It's about him going to jail, making a second chance. The whole conflict is him feeling as if he tarnished his name forever by going to jail. He feels as if he set a terrible example on those who come after him. And pretty much another conflict is him trying to make it through jail alive, well, and pretty much stable. The whole plot is pretty much Dwayne Betts growing up in Suitland, Maryland, obviously not in a great part of Suitland, and ended up making one mistake and going to jail. That mistake, you have to read the book to find out. It's about him going to jail, learning a lot of things from old heads, guys he never met, learning different languages, meeting different people all around the world. It's just him getting out of jail and pretty much trying to get his life back on track. The mood of the story is up and down. It starts off as a, pretty sad. You start feeling bad for him. Then he, once you realize that he had that second chance and he was able to, make something of himself, the mood kind of lightens up a little bit. Speaking of second chances, the whole theme of the story, I believe, is second chances and being able to, get that second chance to make something better in your life. I feel as if it just shows that no matter what you go through, you always can make it better. I like the book because it taught me a lot of things, taught me a lot of lessons. It taught me what mistakes not to make, what decisions to make, how to just stay positive, just work through it. This book showed me that, no matter what you go through, you can still persevere. I would recommend this book to, young teens who is going down the wrong path, or even on the right path and don't want to go on the wrong path. He says in the book that his life got off track. I feel like that's a great lesson to those people that's my age, 16, 17, 18 years old. They don't want to make mistakes. I'm going to read a couple things from the book that I thought was pretty interesting. He said, but I hadn't met many people in prison that I thought were evil. I thought that was a pretty simple quote because it showed that no matter how terrible things people did, that, they're not even that evil. It's just that one mistake that can just send you to jail and have this terrible outlook on you. You can't always judge a book by its cover. There's people in jail that didn't even do things, but, it's just, the only thing you can do is read what's off the paper and what they did. Another one is, there was Rufus, the old head who I learned used to knock people out and then rape them. Yet he never seemed vicious when I passed him a cigarette and when I listened to him talk. Also goes on, my last quote is, you never know who people are until you really know someone. You can't really judge a book by its cover. You can be hanging out with someone, going to dinner with someone who has killed many people, but you never know a person until you know him. Another quote is, the craziest part was the CEO saw it and didn't say a word. This part of the book was him talking about the CEO watching a man get stabbed and didn't even say a thing. That just shows how crazy jail can be, and you don't want to go there. I feel like that's a lesson to those who are going on the wrong path to get their life on track. The last quote is, I was serving more time than I was sentenced to. I thought that was pretty crazy because the system pretty much tricked him into thinking that he was serving the right amount of time, but they didn't count his first year and a half. I feel that's crazy because you they put these guys in jail, but trick them into serving more time than they want to. I feel like a person should buy this book because it's a great book to read. It teaches you life lessons. And I feel as if, if you read it, you'll learn a lot of things. Thank you.